We're here at the MCC Museum, and right behind you can see the portrait of Sachin Tendulkar. And with me, Mr. Stuart Pearson Wright, the artist who did this absolute fascinating piece of art. Mr.
Thank
Stuart, Mr. Wright, welcome to Revsportz. Firstly, I would want to know about this painting, and I read about the description that the ECB wanted something a larger than life picture. Earlier, you have made paintings of Kapil Dev and Kishan Singh Bedi, full figures, but this is something of different. Could you please explain what was the thought process behind it?
Well, MCC specified that they wanted this picture to be a standalone piece and not be part of a series, because the other three paintings that I made of Dilip Singh, Kapil Dev and Kishan Singh Bedi were like a triptych, if you like. They were a set of three. Yeah. So they just said, please make this a separate standalone piece. So that was the brief. Yeah.
Could you please get back to how it started, when you started painting this picture, and the picture that you selected? What was the thought process behind that?
Well, it was a very long gestation process, because I met Sachin in 2007 when I went to Mumbai. It was the same time I painted the other three Indian cricket players.
Okay.
And so I did a drawing of him from life, and which is in Lords already. Okay. And I took lots of photographs. And so I'm not quite sure why Lords took such a long time to get round to commissioning this, but eventually they decided it was time for me to make it, and so I used the photographs. It wasn't just one photograph; it was many photographs I used, and also the drawings that I had worked on at the time as a kind of reference to make this.
Okay, so could you please get us through the process of the how much time did it take to actually paint this one, the medium? Could you please explain?
Yeah, sure. So it's painted in oil. It's actually a piece of aluminium. Okay. I'm the only person who's allowed to do that. I always maintain the right to tap my pictures. Yeah. But you can see it. So it's a piece of metal, which is relatively unusual. People often mainly paint on canvas. But the thing about aluminium is it's got a very smooth surface. So you can see that the skin is. It took a long time to sort of blend those skin tones to get that sort of smooth effect. It's quite difficult. Well, I think the whole painting took around a month to 5 weeks, something like that. I couldn't say exactly. And I began just by painting the image in black and white. Yeah. So I just painted like a drawing, but in paint, and then worked over that in colour.
Okay. Yeah. So during the inauguration of the painting, when you met Sachin, what was the conversation like?
Well, I enjoyed meeting him. I met him at his house. Yeah. I don't know very much about cricket, and I told him that. And in all honesty, I think I'd heard of him, but I'm not a cricket fan. Okay. So I wasn't in awe of him, which is a good thing. Because otherwise that could have been very tricky. It can be very difficult to paint someone if you're starstruck, you understand? Yeah. So I think it's very good that I didn't really know who he was. I knew he was a cricket player, and friends who are big cricket fans said he's very good, it's a great honour you're getting to meet him. So I met him at his house. He was very, very pleasant, very accommodating, and I was quite taken by his humility. That was the quality that struck me most about him. And also, he asked me where I was from, and I explained I was from London, and he said how much he loved London, and the reason he loved London was that when he was here, he could walk in the park with his kids. And that really struck home, because I was trying to picture what it must be like being him, and not being able to just walk out of his house and go to the shops.
It won't be possible if he's back in Mumbai.
Yeah.
So it won't be possible. So what other players you have in mind after Sachin?
That I'd like to paint?
Yeah.
Do you know, the problem is I don't know the names of any cricket players apart from the ones I painted, or ones from the 1980s, like Ian Botham. I don't know. I'd be interested to paint more. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm not a sports fan, but I don't think it's important.
No, absolutely.
I don't think it is at all. I mean, I don't know anything about cricket, and for me, it's about the skin, it's about the shape of the nose and the lightness, and it's about those things. And I'm not really. When I paint someone, I don't always necessarily read about them or learn a lot about them, because for me, it's about an interaction in the moment. You have with someone in the room. It's about a connection that you build with someone. So it can be helpful, but I don't always need to know a lot about a person. So the fact that I'm not a big sports fan, I think, hopefully doesn't mean that I'm not qualified to paint more sports people if they want me to paint them.
Thank you so much, Mr. Wright, and it was lovely talking to you.
You're very welcome.
And know about the painting. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks very much.
I think you loved hearing about the painting, the Sachin Tendulkar portrait here in MCC Museum, and listening from Stuart Pearson Wright, the artist. And we were lucky enough to visit the pavilion where there is another painting done by Mr. Wright of Sachin Tendulkar back in 2007 that inspired this portrait. And we were lucky enough to visit that and know about that painting as well from Charlotte. So here is Charlotte speaking about that painting.
So this is a portrait of Sachin Tendulkar. It was drawn in his home in Mumbai in 2007 when our artist Stuart Pearson Wright met Sachin when he was in Mumbai. He painted 3 cricket players. So this charcoal sketch is the foundation for the full oil painting that we unveiled today in the museum.
And could you please describe yourself and how you are working with Mr. Pearson?
Yeah, so I'm Charlotte Goodhue. I'm an art historian and an art curator. I commission artists to paint portraits for MCC Museum.